Okay. Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay. In the morning session, we discussed all heat lesson practicals and measurement lesson practicals and force lesson practicals. We have only two practicals. Actually, four practicals we have. Uh, Fluid mechanism, we have only one practical. It's a monometer practical. And another practical mechanical properties of matters, Young's module practical. And finally, we have Excel and Word and PowerPoint, very small session, right? This is the end of your syllabus actually, right? 99%, 99.9 completed now. All right, let's see what are the practical based questions in past paper questions, right? All right. Okay, let's do as a now today morning I explained all theories. Therefore, let's do as a discussion, right? Discussion. I'll ask questions. I need answers. This is 2015 final structured essay question. I told always this final structured essay always ask him based on practical guide. Practical book again, not from theory lessons, but 2025 fourth structured essay question with only theory knowledge also you can manage, right? You don't need much practical knowledge for 2025 structured paper, right? The 2025 structured paper, 2024 also, 2024 also there was my graph yesterday we discussed the graph based question we discussed, right? Yeah, the concentration of water quality, right? Water quality. Okay, they are very simple things, but this type questions you should have clear and complete practical idea. The steam generator used to produce steam is shown in the figure inside the boiler. You can hear me, right? Today I'm not using any camera or any mic or anything. I'm doing freely. Everything okay, right? You can see the question and you can clearly listen my voice. Okay. Okay. Steam generator used to produce steam is shown in the figure. Inside the boiler, tube A is immersed in the water and inside the boiler, tube A is immersed in water. Yeah, this is the boiler and this is the water level. This tube A is immersed in the water and tube B is kept above the water level. This is B, it is kept above the water level, right? This is tube B. And this there is a thermometer, it is immersed in water, right? What is the requirement to have tube A as a safety precaution? Okay, I explained what's the purpose of requirement to have a tube A. Tube A. Do you remember, Fatima? What is the requirement to have tube A as safety precaution? To control excess pressure. Very good. Excess pressure. Normally A tube, the name of pipe A is pressure controlling tube. The pressure controlling tube. Pressure controlling tube. Not pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure. The pressure controlling tube, right? If it is internal pressure greater than the recommended limit, what happened? This water spill out from this A tube. Then the external internal pressure will be decrease, right? Then and we can identify the pressure increase moments. We can identify. What is the reason to keep tube B above the water level? What's the purpose? Tube A keep above the water level. What's the purpose? Yes. If it is immersed, vapor cannot transfer, right? To transfer vapor. To transfer vapor. To transfer vapor or steam. To transfer vapor. To the calorimeter, right? To the calorimeter. 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 Yeah, to transfer vapor to the calorimeter. If it is submerged, the B tube submerged, the vapor not transferred through the B, right? If it is transfer vapor, the B tube must keep above the water level, right? In the morning session, I already discussed when heat is supplied continuously to the steam generator, the reading of the thermometer gradually rise and eventually become constant. Briefly explain the reason for this. Okay, what is when heat is supplied continuously to the steam generator? Steam generator mean, I think you can, steam generator mean this container, right? Then on steam generator, the reading of thermometer gradually rise and eventually becomes constant. Briefly explain the reason for this. Okay, why it is gradually increase and then come to constant? What's the reason? Why it is come to constant? Yeah. Dihini, what's the reason? Why it is constant? Why it is come to constant? Habib? Yeah, water reach to the water temperature reach to the but boiling point. Yes, boiling point. Boiling point. Yeah, that's the reason. Think initially we select 30 Celsius water. Then when heating process, it's increasing up to 40, 50, 60, continuously increasing, right? Continuously increase and at the boiling point, 100 Celsius water convert into 100 Celsius water vapor. In the vaporization process, the temperature same. Therefore, the temperature, maximum temperature of this generator is water temperature 100. That's why it is come to constant temperature. No? The water temperature reached to the boiling point. Understood, Habib? Today we have a lot of questions. Therefore, quickly send your response. Understood or not? Or any doubt? Fatima? Yes. Yeah. Others? Yeah. Okay, let's see. When some amount of steam from steam generator is added to water in an insulated calorimeter, the temperature of water rise gradually and reach to maximum value. When some amount of steam from steam generator is added to the water in an insulated calorimeter, yeah, this is a practical, right? The temperature of the water rises gradually and reach to a maximum value. Yeah, this is our practical, right? The experiment we did in morning class. In addition to the specific heat capacity of water, two other values should be found experimentally to find the amount of heat received by water. Name these two values. Okay, the amount of heat received by water mean MC theta. MC theta we have to apply for water, right? Then what are the two missing data? We need the specific heat capacity of water. Okay, what are the other two measurements required? Yeah, the mass of water. The mass of water. Mass of water. What else? Mass of water only. Yeah, temperature difference of water. Delta theta. Temperature difference of water. Right? Tihini. Mass of water MC theta 2. The amount of heat received or absorbed by water and the amount of heat absorbed by water MC theta. MCW theta. MCW means the specific heat capacity of water, the mass of water and temperature difference of water. Harnit, send me response. Otherwise, I don't know you understood or please send me yes or no or any doubt or quickly. What is the four measurements required to find the two values of valued name in part BI above, right? Four measurements required to find the two values. Yeah, to find this mass of water and temperature difference, what are the four measurements in experiment? Okay, first of all, we have to get the mass of calorimeter. Mass of calorimeter. Mass of calorimeter. It is M1. M1, right? Mass of calorimeter. What else? Mass of calorimeter, then water plus water plus plus calorimeter, water plus calorimeter mass, right? Water plus calorimeter mass, it is M2. M2. What else? M1 okay, M2 okay. Then we can get the water mass. Water mass එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. And temperature difference, the initial temperature of mixture, initial temperature, initial temperature, initial temperature of water plus calorimeter. The initial temperature of water plus calorimeter, it is theta 1. Okay, how to type theta? We can type theta. Theta 1, right? Theta 1. The okay, what is the next measurement? අනිත් එක මොකක්ද? Yeah. Final temperature or final maximum temperature, because water in calorimeter exposed to the, give me a second. Sorry, water in calorimeter exposed to the steam, right? Heated water steam. Okay, therefore the final maximum temperature. Final maximum temperature, that means theta 2. Okay, they are the 4 measurements. They are the 4 measurements. I think we already discussed. I told me right? Everything asking, right? Everything asking. Okay, water in the calorimeter received heat from the steam at 100 Celsius in 2 steps. Write down these 2 steps. Write down these 2 steps mean first one 100 Celsius water. Make a step by steps, everything asking. Clearly understand, water in calorimeter received that heat from the steam at 100 Celsius in 2 steps. In the first step, what happened? 100 Celsius water, sorry, 100 Celsius vapor, 100 Celsius vapor convert to 100 Celsius vapor convert to what? 100 Celsius water. This process we called as condensation. Condensation. First condensation without any temperature change. Condensation. Condensation. Right? Condensation without any temperature change. Harnel. In the second step, what happened? 100 Celsius water now already condensed. 100 Celsius water. 100 Celsius water convert to 100 Celsius water convert to theta 2 Celsius. Theta 2 mean final temperature. Theta 2 Celsius water. I clear? This point clear? The 100 Celsius vapor first convert to 100 Celsius water. That means ml. No? This ml condensed water finally convert into 100 Celsius water vapor. Right? If I write beneath. Can you see this? Joel, simple, simple. Okay. This is change. First 100 Celsius water, sorry, vapor convert to 100 Celsius water. That's the physical state change. Physical state change means condensation. Condensation. Finally, this vaporized water, 100 Celsius water, 100 Celsius water convert into theta 2. Theta 2 means final maximum temperature water. That's a mixture method. Okay. Pyramid maker. Sharon. Okay. Write down two measurements required to calculate the mass of steam. Write down two measurements required to calculate the mass of steam added to water in the calorimeter. Calculate the mass of steam. Mass of steam. To get the mass of steam, first we need M2, no? M2 mean calorimeter plus water plus, yeah, calorimeter plus water mass. That's mean M2. Do you remember? M2 kiloQM in the morning class, M2. And finally we need M3. M3 mean calorimeter plus water plus, simple capital, water plus calorimeter plus water plus steam, no? Steam mean vapor කියලා දාමු අපිට. Steam කියලා දාමු මේක දීලා තියෙන්නේ. Steam. Steam mass. It is M3. M3. Okay. Do you remember I told M3 minus M2 is the mass of steam. Clear it? Kabir? Tejini? Fifth one, if the specific latent heat of vaporization, specific heat capacity of water, mass and temperature of steam are given, what is the other measurement required to calculate the amount of heat received by water in calorimeter from the steam? But deeper, if the specific latent heat of vaporization, that means L, specific heat capacity of water, mass and temperature of steam are given, what is the other measurement required to calculate the amount of heat received by the water in calorimeter from the steam? The amount of heat received by water in calorimeter from the steam. Okay, තව මොනවද අපිට ඕන? The specific latent heat of vaporization given, specific heat capacity of water is given, the mass and temperature of steam given. What is the other measurement? Can anyone tell me? What is the other measurement required? Anyone? Yeah, what's the equation? The equation equal Q equal MC ML plus MC theta. Specific latent heat of vaporization given, specific heat capacity of water given, and mass and temperature of steam are given. What is the other measurement required to calculate the amount of heat received by water? Yeah, make it what is it? The temperature of steam is given, but the final temperature is required, right? Final maximum temperature. Final maximum temperature. Yes. Final maximum. Why? Is anyone? Now, final maximum temperature. Make it that this is theta 2. Theta 2 is the answer. Theta 2 is the answer. The specific heat, the specific latent heat of vaporization of water can be calculated with the measurements obtained above. Write down relationship between heat received from water and the calorimeter, and the heat emitted from the steam as an equation. Assume that heat lost to environment is neglectable. The heat lost to the environment is neglectable. Hari, මොකද කරන්නේ? Okay, what is the relationship? Relationship we already discussed in the practical morning class. මොකද වෙන්නේ? Steam release heat equal to the water plus calorimeter absorb heat. Water plus calorimeter absorb heat, right? The steam release heat, this equation මෙච්චරයි ලියන්න ඕනේ. Yeah, but the problem is it's only given one rule. That's the main problem. අපිට දැන් මේ තුනම ලියන්න වෙනවා. Steam release heat ML plus MC theta equal water absorb heat MC theta plus calorimeter absorb heat also MC theta. Right? Now, the mass of steam, how to get M3 minus M2. M3 minus M2, M3 minus M2 into L plus mass M3 minus M2, mass of vapor M3 minus M2, M3 minus M2, specific heat capacity CW temperature difference. Temperature difference is exactly not given, but it is 100 minus, because in condensation, as a result of condensation, it is converted to 100 Celsius water, 100 Celsius, 100 minus theta 2, 100 minus theta 2 equal mass of water M2 minus M1, calorimeter subtract, M2 minus M1, M2 minus M1, M2 minus M1. Is it clear, right? I'm clear neither. Sarmya? The mass of water M2 minus M1, the specific heat capacity of water CW, temperature difference theta 2 minus theta 1, theta 2 minus theta 1, theta 2 minus theta 1, theta 2 minus theta 1. Now plus the mass of calorimeter M1, specific heat capacity of calorimeter අපි දාමු මොනවා හරි simple එකක් දාන්නවා. C දැම්ම තවලක් නැහැ. theta 2 minus theta 1. Theta 2 minus theta 1. Okay, that's a story. That's a relationship. මේක තමයි. මෙන්න මේක ලියවන එක. The final step is enough because it is given only one rule. The final step is asking write down the relationship between the heat received from water and calorimeter. This is a equation relationship. And the emitted from steam as an equation. Assume that heat lost through the environment is neglectable. That means the mixture method. Okay, this is the expression. When method step එක තමයි අහන්නේ. දැනට ඔයාලට first one ලියන්න, second one ලියන්න ඔක්කොම ලියන්න. Then you can isolate the L, right? If you want, you can isolate the L, but this question asks the equation. Equation is that. මෙයා තමයි equation. Dini? Are clear? Okay. Let's move into final question. To obtain accurate experimental result, only dry steam, yes, dry steam without condensed water droplet should be added to the water calorimeter. A steam trap is used for this. Yeah, in the morning class we discussed steam trap. Sketch a suitable diagram for a steam trap. අපි sketch කරමු. මෙන්න මෙහෙම you can draw a box. You can draw a box. This is a steam trap. And this is a vapor transferring tube. This is a water transferring tube. This water carrying tube. And this is the water. And this is a collected water. Water collected here. Water collected here. If you want, you can add a water collect here, and we can add a valve here. අපිට මෙතනින් valve එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන් to think it is valve. Right? It is valve. Okay, this is a rough diagram. This is vapor carrying tube, water, vapor or steam transfer tube from the steam generator, and this is the steam trapper, and this is the steam separation tube, and this is steam water collected water, and this is collected water removal bag. හරි ඔය ටික label කරන්න. sorry ඔය ටික label කරන්න. Clear? හරි නේද? Okay, let's move into 2070 question. Can I change the paper? Can I change the paper? Okay, I think you are clear what is the purpose of this steam trapper. We can get only steam without condensed water, right? Condensed water, already condensed water collected here, collected, and dry steam only provide to the calorimeter. Okay, this is there is another question. Mention the error that can occur if the steam generator and calorimeter are kept very close. I told steam generator and calorimeter we have to separate by asbestos sheet or thermal insulated layer to avoid thermal transformation. Mention error that can occur if the steam generator and calorimeter are kept very close. Okay, what's the problem? Change the calorimeter temperature. Sorry, it is calorimeter, right? Calorimeter temperature. Change the calorimeter temperature due to the heat of steam generation. Then all measurements will be uh, changed, right? Okay, that's error. It is 2015 question is done. Can I move into 2016 one? Let's move into 2016 question. Okay, let's try to complete first 2017 one. It's asking make anitthika than the opposite reaction. No, parallelogram theorem. It's better. That one also we discussed. Parallelogram theorem. 2016 practical is what Young's module. Young's module practical let's do later. Young's module practical we already discussed in the theory class. ඒක නිසා අපි ඒක අන්තිමට කරමු. Let's go into parallelogram theorem. Yeah, it is 22 in 2017 practical structured question based on law of parallelogram theory. Figure show a setup used to verify the principle of parallelogram of forces. Okay, P is a light scale pans. Q is vertical drawn board with white paper pinned on. Yes. Smooth small pulleys are smooth and small pulleys, right? Light strings S and LMNR weights. LMNR weights. What are the other apparatus required to carry out this experiment accurately? Okay, we need plane mirror. Plane mirror. Matakai, we need plane mirror. Plane mirror. Okay, what else? So, Alkian, what else? Other requirements? What else? What else? Yeah, pencil box and compass. What else? Tower. Meter ruler. Very good. Meter rule. Meter rule. Meter ruler or ruler, right? Meter ruler or ruler. Pencil box kiwa මේකත් දැන් මෙතන ලෙකන්නේ අහන්න. It's asking only two. What else? Tabu? You can answer. Fatima, what else? Mirror, sorry, mirror. Okay, they are the main. What do you check by displacing the system slightly from its initial equilibrium position and see whether it's returned to same equilibrium position? Now, I already explained. What do you check by displacing the system slightly from initial equilibrium position and see whether it returned to the same equilibrium position? මොනවාද අපි මේ check කරන්නේ? Very good. What we check? What we checking? Great. Yeah. The friction of Polix. Whether in neglectable range or not. Neglectable range or not. If it is returned to original position, like equilibrium position again, the friction we can neglect, right? If it is not returned, we have to get action. We have to add any lubricant or something. We have to get some action to reduce the friction of pulleys. Okay, what is the reason for using light string in this experiment? Okay, what's the reason? I told we have to use light strings for this experiment. The question asks, what is the reason for using light string in this experiment? I have a light string gun. Yeah, the weight of strings also adding to the force system as extra force, right? That's right. As extra force, the weight of string also adding to the force system. Then the we can't define this principle, right? In accurate way. Okay, that's right. Two following initial steps are completed in verification of principle of parallelogram of principle. Sorry, parallelogram of forces. The following initial steps are completed in the verification of principle of parallelogram of forces. Mark, give me a second. Okay, find other steps. Okay, marking the following initial steps completed in verification of principle follow me first three steps given. මොනවද දීලා තියෙන්නේ මේ කියන්නේ separate කරාට පස්සේ marking the position of each string on the paper, right? Removing the paper from the board. Yeah. Second step, drawing the lines proportional to the weights L and N from the point intersecting of the two inclined positions of the string. Write down remaining steps. Okay, what is the next step? Fourth one. Okay, complete the parallelogram. Parallelogram. What is this? Complete the parallelogram. According to a selected scale. Selected scale. Selected scale. According to a selected scale. Okay, that's a selected scale using compass and ruler or meter ruler. Okay, the third one, fifth step, draw the what is next? Draw the diagonal of the parallelogram draw the diagonal of the parallelogram and check it is aligned with the M weight line, with the line of the weight of M, capital M. Right. Okay, two steps done. Complete the parallelogram and draw the diagonal. Then what's the fourth, sixth step? Yeah, මෙතන ගන්න වෙනවා. It's two steps now. Okay, let's take this part as a new step. Make up ගමු new step එකක් විදියට. Otherwise we don't have we can't manage this. Check this diagram. Okay, finally measure the measure the length of diagonal length get the result force according to the selected scale. They are the main steps. They are the main steps. Right. මේ ටිකනේ කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right. If you write this way, you can get full marks. හරි. Okay, are you clear? Habib, Fatima. Hari. This setup was used to find the weight m of a stone. Right. The relevant side of the force parallelogram drawn in experiment are given in diagram. Find the weight m of the stone. 1 centimeter equal to 0.27 Newton. Hard. First of all, you have to complete the parallelogram first. It's parallelogram එක ඇඳ ගන්න වෙනවා. Right? Hard. Now, yeah, this is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 boxes, 5 small boxes equal 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter equals 0.27 Newton. Right. Then, one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Okay, first you have to complete as a parallelogram. Parallelogram එක draw කරන්න වෙනවා. Okay, how to draw the parallelogram? Okay, this line only 2. Then get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. എന്നിട്ട് പറയണ്ടേ sorry. මේක මෙතනට වෙන්න ඕනේ. Like this. Okay, you can complete as a using your. Okay, this is a parallelogram. You can use a ruler, right? Now, how many centimeters? If you got up to this point, one, two, three, four, how many centimeters? The length, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, five, 5, 6, 6.3, right? 6.3, 6.3, 6.3. Well, හරියට මම බලන්න මේක 6.3 centimeters multiplied by 0.27. 0.27. The value equal 6.3. Sorry, not 3. It is 3 additional 3 boxes. 3 boxes mean one box represent 0.2, then 6.6. 6.6 multiplied by 0.27. It is 1.782. 1.782 new. Right. Are you clear? Are you clear? Okay. Okay, give me a second. Okay. 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 Question එකක් තියෙනවා. How it's 6.6? 6.6 like this, Charo. Now, maybe, yeah, it's a good question. Hari. The parallelogram clear, right? How I designed the parallelogram? Is it clear? Charo, is it clear how I designed? Hari. This is 6.6. 6.6 means five boxes, five small box equal 1 centimeter, right? Then 1 centimeter. අපි තව පහක් ගමු 1 2 3 4 5. This is 2 centimeter, right? 2 centimeter. It is parallelogram length නේ ගන්න ඕනේ. The length of parallelogram, right? The length of diagonal. Sorry, 2 1 2 3 4 5. It is 3 1 2 3 4 5. It is 4 4 1 2 3 4 5 5 centimeters. 1 2 3 4 5 මෙතන, and another 3 boxes, additional 3 boxes, 6 centimeter and 3 boxes. 6 centimeter and 3 boxes mean 1 centimeter, it's divided into 5 small boxes. Then one small box represent, one small square represents 0.2 centimeter. No, 0.2. Then 6.2, 6.4, 6.6. 6.6 centimeter multiplied by, because 1 centimeter represents 0.27, 0.27, it is 1.2782. Clear? The experiment is repeated while the stone is fully immersed in water beaker. Calculate the relative density of stone if the relevant diagonal is 3. If the relevant diagonal 3 mean diagonal 3 centimeter mean diagonal 3 centimeter mean, well, how about its weight? 3 centimeter multiplied by 0.27 Newton. 0.27 Newton equal 0.27 into 3. 0.81. Newton. Right. Then the experiment is repeated. Stone is fully immersed in water beaker. Calculate the relative density of stone if the relevant diagonal is 3 centimeter. In the atmosphere, the weight is 1.782. If it is submerged in liquid, it is 0.81. 0.81. Okay, now you can get the upthrust force. Upthrust force equal W1. W1 mean atmosphere weight. W1 minus W2. W1 minus W2. Then you can get U equal, upthrust equal in atmosphere weight is 1.782. 1.782 Newton minus 0.81. 0.81 Newton. මෙතන ගන්න value එක, what is upthrust is, the upthrust equal 0.782 minus 1.782 minus 0.81. It would end 0.972. 0.972 Newton. That's the upthrust force act on the stone. Okay, finally you can say the upthrust force equal the fluid mechanism upthrust force equal V rho G. V rho G. V dg kedam V rho G. The upthrust force 0.972 Newton equal the V is don't know, right? The relative density of stone is asking. Give me a second. Okay, its volume is not given, no? Yeah, I think there is a short method. Let me check. Sorry, it is error me. This question is all question. No worries. This is all question. Okay, let's go into next one. I think that's a method, right? First, I got the weight in immersed in water. Then it was 0.81. Then I got the upthrust. But this question asking the relative density. The relative density we can't calculate. All right. Let's move into if the relevant diagonal of the properly drawn force parallelogram was not vertical. If the relevant diagonal of properly drawn force parallelogram was in experimentally the parallelogram was not vertical. Theoretically we drawn it vertical, but experimentally it is not. It was not vertical. State a reason for it. Okay, I told you reasons as well. Reasons from Q in the morning class. Okay, what are the possible reasons? Yeah, the police consist with some reason, some friction. If we neglect this, it contains some friction. Not only that, strings consist of weight. Weight. If the scale plans are not light, if the scale pans mean these masses connected pans, these pans was not light. What steps could be taken to carry out experiment correctly? The correct step is, now it is selected. Cups are these scale cups are scale pans was not light. What could be taken to carry out experiment correctly? Okay, what is the experiment correct? What could be the step we can get to do experiment correctly? Yeah, we can add. Yeah, this is a method. Add scale pan weight into the scale can weight that කරන්න පුළුවන් masses, right? That's the best method we can follow. Best practice we can follow. Add the scale weight of scale pans into the weight, right? එකත් add කරාම අපිට we can get measurements without any error. Okay, let's move into 2018 question, right? 2018 question. 2018 again heat question. The most important question. Again heat question. බලමු. හරි. You have been asked to design and perform an experiment in laboratory to determine the specific latent heat of fusion of ice using the method of mixture. A thermally insulated copper calorimeter with water and stir with mesh. Stir with mesh mean I told it's a net stir. Net stir. The stir with mesh we use. Small ice piece. I told we have to use medium level small ice pieces, blotting papers, a triple beam balance and thermometer and Bunsen burner are provided. State one advantage of using thermally insulated calorimeter. Okay, what is the one advantage? Can anyone send me? What's the main advantage we can using thermally insulated calorimeter? It is very simple. carry out experiment, carry out the experiment without heat loss to the surrounding. Heat exchange kiyadam, heat exchange, because in this experiment heat absorbed ni, heat without heat exchange with surrounding. Right. What are the three measurements obtained before adding ice to the calorimeter? What are the three measurements obtained before adding ice to the calorimeter? මේකෙත් අහන්නේ අර විදියමයි. See, everything ask. Everything ask. හැමදේම අහලා තියෙනවා. X1. X1 mean M1 නේ. M1. What's the, yeah, empty calorimeter mass. Calorimeter mass. It is M1. M1. The mass of calorimeter. Second, calorimeter plus water. Water mass. M2. M2. Then calorimeter plus water mass. Initial temperature, theta1. Initial temperature. Initial temperature. Initial temperature. Before adding ice, we have to get this measurement, right? Initial temperature theta1. 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 Okay, they are the initial measurements. State top precaution steps you should follow. Ice is added to the calorimeter. The first thing we have to wipe by tissue papers. Wipe the surface of ice by tissue papers. Tissue papers. The next thing, slowly adding. If not, water can be spilled out, right? Slowly adding ice cube into water without water spilled out. Without water spilled out. Right? Spilled out. Hari. Okay. What are the two measurements obtained after finishing the process of adding ice to the calorimeter? Okay. After adding ice to the calorimeter, we have to obtain the final minimum temperature, right? We adding ice, then temperature drop, right? Final minimum temperature gandoni. Final minimum temperature. Final minimum temperature mean theta2. Theta2. Then we have to get ice calorimeter plus water plus ice mass. Megan M3. Yes. M3. Okay. Then everything is asked, right? If the L of specific latent heat of fusion of ice, L is the specific latent heat, Cw is the specific heat capacity of water, and C is the specific heat capacity of copper. Write an expression for the heat gain in terms of the measurements you obtain when melting ice. Write an expression for the heat gain in terms of measurements you obtain when melting ice. Okay, in the melting process, what is the equation? MC, the equation is Q equal MC theta, MC theta. The problem is we can't මෙතනින් දාන්න. Theta we can't type now මෙහෙම දාන්න at කියලා. No, use dollar mark. MC theta, right? Dollar mark mean theta. MC theta plus, sorry, before MC theta, ML plus MC theta. ML plus MC theta. Now this one better. Now Q equal may M simple. M simple. This mass MC simple. Okay, they are also very important. Sorry. Okay, then yeah, ice melting, then mass of ice M3 minus M2 mass of ice into specific latent heat L plus okay, this is the mass of ice. The mass of ice. C means CW. Specific heat capacity of water. CW and theta mean theta multiply theta 2 minus theta 1. Sorry. It is melted ice. No, melted ice means 0 Celsius water. 0 Celsius water convert to theta 2 Celsius water. Then theta 2 is greater. Yeah, theta 2 is at greater temperature. Theta 2 ne වැඩි 0 අඩුයි. Temperature increasing. Then theta 2 minus theta 2 minus 0. Are you clear? You clear, Dihini? Amina? Clear, right? Sharon? Okay. theta 2 minus 0. Yeah, it is water absorb heat ne Sharon. Water absorb heat mean ML mean 0 Celsius ice convert to 0 Celsius water. MC theta for 0 Celsius water convert to theta 2 Celsius water. Theta 2 Celsius water mean heat. Make up add කරන්නේ water වලට then it is reach to final temperature. Final temperature mean heat increase. Increase mean the final maximum temperature. මෙතන අපි ගත්තේ final maximum temperature. Final maximum. It is the problem. Final maximum. මෙතන වැරදි. Final maximum temperature. Final maximum temperature. Final maximum temperature mean temperature increasing. Therefore, the final temperature theta 2 greater than 0. That's why I got theta 2 minus 0. Right? Write an expression for the heat emitted by water and calorimeter. In terms of measurement you obtain. Write an expression for the heat emitted by water and calorimeter. Water absorb heat Q equal MC theta plus MC theta. MC theta plus MC theta. Okay, Q equal the mass of water. Mass of water mean M2. That means calorimeter plus water minus empty calorimeter M1. M1. Right? M1. Multiply C mean water specific heat capacity CW. CW multiply temperature difference. Water temperature difference, initial temperature theta 1, and due to adding of ice, the temperature drop shallow. Api ice ne add karan, then theta 2 is minimum. Theta minimum mean theta 2 is less than theta 1. Therefore, temperature difference theta 1 minus theta 2. You have to be very careful here. Theta 1 is greater than theta 2. The ice due to adding ice, the temperature drop. Right? Therefore, theta 1 minus. Now you have to be very careful. Theta 1 minus theta 2. Within brackets. Clear? Sarmian? Fatima? Okay, then plus it is water absorb heat plus the mass of calorimeter M1, the empty calorimeter mass into uh, the calorimeter heat specific heat capacity, the specific heat capacity of water, and C is the specific heat capacity of copper. Then it is C, capital C, capital C down, and into temperature difference of calorimeter also equal to this. Temperature difference එකත් මෙයාට equal, right? It's equal to this. This is the answer. Okay. Then it is asking, write an equation to determine the specific heat capacity. Write the expression to determine the specific latent heat of fusion of ice in above expression. Okay. Then make it isolate the L. L isolate කරන්න කියා. Right. Now, according to mixture method, make this one this is water absorb heat equal to the sorry, ice release heat ice absorb heat equal to the water and calorimeter release heat. Okay, this is expression. When expression, this expression you can isolate the L. L isolate කරන්න හරි. Isolate the L. Okay, you can do it, right? You can do it. L isolate කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. Okay, I'm not going to do it. This is the expression. Ice absorb heat equal to the water and calorimeter release heat. Okay, you can isolate, right? L isolate කරගන්න පුළුවන්. L isolate කරන්නේ get this part. මට කරන්න පුළුවන් මේක. This part subtract. මේ part එක subtract වෙනවා. This part subtract. Right? Subtract and the entire part divide by M3 minus M2. The entire equation divide by M3 minus M2. M3 minus M2. Okay, this is the final answer. This is the final answer. Clear? This is the final answer. Don't take it very complex, right? May admin theta, right? Admin theta. Okay. Write a reason for not using powdered ice instead of small ice pieces in this experiment. I told medium level small ice cubes using. Abhi powdered form use karanne. What's the reason? I already explained. What's the reason for not using powdered ice instead of small ice pieces in this experiment? Why we not using powdered ice? Powdered ice, again, very, very tiny particles. Yeah. This powdered ice melting before adding to the water. Before adding to the water. Within very short time, it will be melted. Explain why ice is transported as large pieces. Large pieces, why? Very low surface area to contact with surrounding, right? That's the reason. Very practical. Very low surface area. Large pieces, very low surface area. Very low surface area. To contact with surrounding. You know, when it is small particles, its surface area is greater. Contact surface area. Fishes are stored in synthetically polymer fixed polymer box with ice pieces for preservation. What is the scientific reasons of use synthetic polymer boxes? Synthetic polymer boxes, they are very low thermal, very low thermal insulate, very low thermal conductors. Okay, that's a scientific background, right? They are very low thermal conductors, therefore thermal conductivity very low. In transportation of ice, pieces are embedded with in wooden flasks. Give the reason for this. Wooden flask. Give the scientific reason for this. The wood also material with very low thermal conductivity. Very simple things. Very low thermal conductivity. What is the biological reason for preserving fish at low temperature? Okay, at low temperature, there are two reasons. At low temperature, very low enzymes activation, very low enzyme activation, enzyme activation and metabolic activities, enzyme activation, as well as low bacteria, microbial activities. Microbe activities. There are 10 kilogram of fish in heat insulated box at 30 Celsius temperature. 10 kilogram of fish in heat insulated box is 30 Celsius. Calculate the mass of ice that needed to decrease the temperature of fish up to 15 Celsius. The specific latent heat of fusion of ice given and the specific heat capacity of water is given. Assume that average specific heat capacity of body material of fish is 2640. Hadam. Right. Right. There are 10 kilogram of fish in heat insulated box at 30 Celsius temperature. Calculate the mass of ice. Then ice, this is a container. Ice contain, styrofoam box contain ice and fish. Right, it's a mixture method. Then fish release heat, no thermal damage. Fish release heat. Fish release heat equal to fish release heat equal to fish release heat equal to ice absorb heat. Ice absorb heat. Ice absorb heat. Then what is the fish release heat? MC theta. MC theta equal ice absorb heat ml plus MC theta. ml plus MC theta. Right? Because some amount of ice melting acid. Melting acid. Okay. Now the mass of fish 10 kilogram. Specific heat capacity of fish 2640. Temperature difference of fish 30 to 15. Mass of ice don't know. Mass of ice don't know. The specific latent heat is 3.3 into 3.33 into 10 to the power 5 plus the mass don't know. Mass of ice. Specific heat capacity. Now we are melt specific heat capacity 4200. Is it given, right? 4200 and temperature difference. Temperature difference 0 to 15. 0 to 15. Then it is 15. 15. That's the most important thing. Temperature difference, ice, MC theta temperature difference 15. The thing is, first ice melting. This is a melting stage. Melting stage completed. Ice convert to water. This water temperature 0 Celsius. 0 Celsius water convert to 15 Celsius water, right? Then temperature 50. 50. 2640. Now you can isolate them. Okay, let's isolate them. $63,000 M. 63,000 M. Okay, now 3,000, 39,000, 3,096,000 equal 63,000 plus 33320. 96,300 M. Right? To isolate M, 13.9 million 6,000 divide by 9,600 300. 96,300. Okay, 4 point 1 kilogram. 4.11 kilogram is required. 4.11 kilogram is required. 4.11 kilogram is required. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. 4.11 kilogram is required. Approximately 4 kilogram is required, right? 4 kilogram is required. Okay, are you clear? This calculation, final calculation. It is from heat lesson. Amina, understood? Okay. Hi. Okay, they are the main questions I wanted to discuss today. Now we have another two practicals, and other practical questions you can try. 2019, 20, they are very simple questions, right? Simple question mean the not much practical knowledge required. හරිද? ඒ ටික try කරලා කරන්න. And 2020 2022 question from friction force very simple. The friction force also experiment ඒවා theory එල්ලම් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. You can manage them. Okay, they are especially I wanted to complete in practicals. Okay, now you can answer for any past paper, any model paper question. And next week, Wednesday, Poem. In Poem day, I'm not in Colombo. Therefore, we can't do class. On next Friday, let's complete a model paper. That's the end of our mission, right? After model paper discussion and we have 2025 24 4 paper structured essay complete essay part as okay, let's do 2024 essay part and 2026 model paper, right? That enough. After that you can ready for your first exam, then we can stop our class for 1 week. You can ready for engineering technology and biosystems technology. After that, in next week mean, yeah, after your ET exam completed, we can do continuous class until the exam, right? Api 2 hours per day karam. Let's do 2 hours per day. What is a ET? Uh, when it is ET finish? 14th of August. 14th of August. When is the SFT first? 18th, no? 18th or 19th? 19th. Then we have 5 days. 14th. Yeah, 14th. 14th is Friday. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Again, Wednesday you have exam. Right? Then every day let's do 2 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour. Then we have 10 hours. We can't get a very long time because you should have time to self studies. And okay, therefore a තියෙන gaps ටිකේ අපි let's do maximum ready for MCQ 2 hours කරමු every day. Okay, then the exam will be very easy. This time exam, the thing is you have to again and again go through past paper questions. Because now this year there is a problem with time limitation. Due to that, most මේ වගේ question problems ආපු years වල most of questions based on previous past paper questions. That's why you have to go through again. Now 2025 paper already discussed completely. 2024 MCQ and structured complete. Let's do next week essay part. And 2023 paper you have to go through and cover, right? Some part we already discussed, but full එකම discuss කරන්න බැරි වෙයි. Right? 2023 and 2022, 2020 ඒ ටික කරන්න. Right? Okay, that's all. Again, we meet. Okay, if we can, this week, Friday also, are you free? This week, Friday evening? Okay, let's do then part of 2024 paper. We can discuss this Friday and next Friday. Okay, I'll send you a model paper marks as well. I couldn't find a time to check your answers. Then continue work, right? Now you should have target to complete all works within this month. This is a final month. I don't keep anything for next month. Try karana, then it is very helpful for your final 10 days. Final 10 days, then you can stop work on 3 subjects and start for ready for the ET exam. Right? ET or BST. Okay. Then good night. Let's meet on Friday. Okay, good night.